Welcome to Mama's Kitchen. Today I am going to make kale cake.
Say what?
Yeah, a kale cake. It's my first time making it. I watched somebody a couple weeks ago make it, and then I watched them make it again this morning, and I thought, why not? Why not give it a try? And you might think, that's gotta be gross because it's made with a vegetable. Well, it's my first time making it, so we'll see how good it is. I was told it's very good, very, very good, so we'll see. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that your kale is nice and cooked. You need a blender or I'm using my Ninja. So what I did is I cooked up 4 cups of kale, raw kale, and it makes actually 2 cups after it's cooked, because it will cook down. So you need 2 cups of cooked kale. Okay, it's a vegetable, if you didn't know that. Sure, a lot of you know that. And you want to get it nice and fine. Let me scrape down the sides here. You want to make sure that it's nice and creamy. Okay? I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice and green, isn't it? That'd be pretty to make on St. Patty's Day, or if your kids like the Green Bay Packers, you can make them a Green Bay Packer cake. But anyway, so you want to make sure that it's nicely liquidy, which this is pretty good. Okay. So let's add the rest of our wet ingredients, and then we will mix it again, okay? So what you want is you want about a 1/2 cup of applesauce, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, I use apple cider vinegar with the mother in it for all my baking and drinking. If I want to drink it in a cold tea, or okay, and 3/4 cup of water. Okay, and then you want to add a little bit of vanilla. I usually just add it like a capful of vanilla. Okay, so what we had in here was 2 cups of cooked kale, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 1/2 cup of applesauce, 3/4 cup of water, and just a tad bit of vanilla. Hopefully I got it all. Okay, I'm going to preheat the oven to 350. Okay, for your dry ingredients, you're going to have 3 cups of oat flour or whole wheat flour, or the flour of your choice, but I use oat flour. And so I got 3 cups of oat flour in here, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And I did go ahead and put a tablespoon of flaxseed meal. The recipe did not call for that, but I like to add flaxseed meal to everything that I bake with. So I added a tablespoon of flaxseed meal to mine, and you can too. Okay, so once this is all mixed up really good, oh, that looks so pretty. Oh, and it smells really good. I'm really surprised that it smells so good. Okay, put that over here. You're going to want to add that to your flour, your dry ingredients. It's kind of a minty green once it gets mixed with your flour. theirs was a little bit more cakey feeling, so I'm thinking because I added a little bit of flaxseed meal, mine's kind of don't have enough water, so I guess go for a cup of water instead of 1/4 of a cup. You want a cake batter type of a feel to it. Okay. All right. Now, I showed you this last time for a cake that I did, where I learned that you crumble it like that, and then you can form the pan better. Once that's crumbled. And I do that because I don't use oil or usually don't use any sprays, or there are a few times that I've had to use like spray in something. It's supposed to be a little bit more runny. All right, so then it's ready to be put in the pan. Okay, just make sure you get all your corners and smooth it out. What does the recipe say here? For 30 minutes. 30 minutes at 350. All right, it's been 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. This is what it looks like. And after it cools down, I'm gonna cut it in half, or I might just leave it like this. But what we're gonna do is they made a frosting out of tofu and raspberries and different things like that, but I don't usually use tofu either. So I do have a chocolate frosting recipe, and what you do is you put a cup of powdered sugar in your mixing bowl and 2 tablespoons of butter of your choice. I use vegan butter, and a little bit of vanilla and very little amount of your plant-based milk or your milk. And you mix that. It's just the most common frosting recipe out there. So, I mean, you can find that online and use that on this. But we don't use a lot of frostings on our cakes. We usually use whole foods like wild blueberries or wild strawberries or frozen strawberries or just any kind of berry. And sometimes we'll even use jams. So just have fun with it, but it is green, as you can see. I'll lift it out so you can see that it is green. Okay, so see the green? Okay, so then I put some wild blueberries on top and a few slices of banana. And I'm gonna let Brianna taste it and see what she thinks. So that is our kale cake with blueberries and banana topping.
And it was so good.